Hello, welcome back. It's me. Yes. Calling this little series, What a Girl Currently Losing Her Sanity, is a reading. If you don't know me, which a lot of you probably don't, I am a bookworm. I love reading. I love going to bookstores, Barnes and Noble, getting a little coffee, matcha. I don't drink coffee, matcha. Look at me lying. And just browsing the books. For every month since the beginning of this year, I've been reading about 2 books. This is the only month where I've started the 2 books, and honestly, I didn't finish them, but it is because I got them so late in the month. And let's just go through them all. This is what I currently have. They've all been fiction, except like one has been a poetry book. I thought I was going to be reading different genres, but honestly, that went out of the window once I started reading like fiction and like full throttle fiction that had like nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with my life. It was just a good read. And I just have been stuck on fiction ever since. Honestly, I don't know if these books have anything in common. The thing they have in common is that I've been enjoying them. For January, I have 2. They're all gonna have 2. The first one that I read and I finished reading was this one, Self-Love for Small Town Girls. I live in a city, but this still is really good. It's just a beautiful book of like growing up as a woman and just the insecurities that you face of not only like the people around you, the environment around you, not only your thoughts, but also like time itself. There's this one poem where the author talks about like if you could choose to pick the present, the past, and the future, but you have to deal with these certain types of consequences, what would you pick? And I just thought that was like, whoa, like I didn't think I was gonna get that in the poetry book, especially the way that it starts. I think that was what was really nice about it. Not rating any of these. I think if you want to follow me on my Goodreads, I will link it down below, but I rated it there. I don't remember what I gave it. The next read for January was Animal Farm. I read this in high school, and I found that when I read it, it was so fitting for like the turn in which the country of the United States is turning to. I read it when the current president was being inaugurated. And it's just so crazy. Like, there's a lot of things that went over my head as a 14-year-old because, you know, when you're 14, you think all of your problems are the biggest thing in the world. The way the animals get abused and they don't recognize the way that they're getting abused is literally the same way the government does to normal people in society. And if we don't step the fuck up, we're just gonna end up like the animals on the farm with literally worse than the circumstances that we were already in, you know? The next 2 are February's reads, and honestly, I feel like these 2 were very fitting for February and like romance and Valentine's Day. Cleaning out my room, and I saw that I had the second To All the Boys I Loved Before book, P.S. I Still Love You. And I realized I never read it. I had bought it, but I never read it. And that was one of my reads. Honestly, sometimes you just need a good read. Like, you just need one of those, like, I call this, like, my, like, middle school lover era. Like, those types of books. Like, Sarah Dessen, Jenny Han type of books. And it was it was so different from my life. And the drama and the tea in the book, I was like, I like this. Like, sometimes I just like being an observer and like having a movie painted in my head with books, and that really did it for me. Yeah, Laura Jean really should have ended up with John Ambrose McLaren. That's all I gotta say. Peter ain't shit. Next book, honestly, I think is the best read that I am going to read in 2024. And I know you're probably thinking like, Sophia, we're in March this is a February read, you were only 4 books in at this point. What the fuck do you mean this is one of the best reads? I'm talking about The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've had this book for years. I've had this book in my coffee table since 2021, and I have not read it, and I am so mad at myself. This book is amazing. The plot twists that the author creates, insane. I need to breathe. This book is insane. I said this already, but like, I don't want to spoil anything, especially when it comes to this book, because you should really, if you're going to take away anything, read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Just, wow. The story you're taken on, you wish Evelyn was a real person. Like, you wish these people were real. And it's like a movie in your head. The description is amazing. And I heard that they want to make it into a movie. No, it needs to be a TV show. The same way they did Daisy Jones, they got to do with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And I need it raunchy. Okay? I need rated R. HBO should really take the fuck over. And yes, if they need somebody, I got ideas. First read that I'm reading is The Catcher in the Rye. Where I work, literally, the customers will come up to me or like coworkers and be like, that's a really good book. That's like a classic. And then they're like, I don't want to spoil it for you. And I'm like, can you? I'm not trying to be rude, but like, Holden is so judgmental and hypocritical. Like, I'm crazy. Like, I'm like, dude. Also, he constantly repeats himself. You could take out 100 pages with how much he repeats. And there's this one part in the book where he's like a virgin, and he's like, the reason why I'm a virgin is because I stop when girls tell me to stop. And I'm like, and that's what you fucking should do. What the fuck is your problem? Oh, like, I feel so bad because like grieving the loss of his younger brother who passed away, and like he's rebelling. His parents aren't giving a shit, and it's like, dude, if you just took a second to get out of your world and realize that your kid just needs help, you know. But like, I don't think that's how it's gonna go. And you can tell that like he's getting himself in trouble, that like I don't even think he understands the severity of the issues, and like that he's severely ruining his future. I don't know if I like it. I don't want to say I don't like it because it is a classic book. And also, John Lennon's killer was found with The Catcher in the Rye. And my little sister looked it up, that people whose favorite book is The Catcher in the Rye are like psychopaths or like sociopaths, something like that. So I'm like, ooh, I'm intrigued. Last book that I have, it's The Hunger Games. I am so late to the game. I watched the movies, so I know what's going on, but the reason why I am reading is because I get book talk, and everyone is reading this one, The Sunrise on the Reaping, and I want to read it so bad, because one of the things that I really wanted from Suzanne Collins when I watched the movie was like, I need Haymitch's story. And this is literally Haymitch's story. Here's the thing. I initially was just gonna read that one, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't. Like, as a reader, I can't do that. I have to go in chronological order. So I'm reading my first series of the year, and it's gonna be the Hunger Games series. That's the end of the video. I changed to do another video that you're gonna see, but I had forgot, and my previous video that I filmed doesn't have an outro. So please like, share, subscribe. If you have any book recommendations, I am all willing to hear you out. I am very judgmental when it comes to books, but like, if you tell me like, girl, this has changed my life, I might be into it. Let me know what type of videos you'd like to see. Yeah, let's be friends. I'm friend zoning you. Bye.